You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast, hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.
Welcome to another episode of Oversaturated, the podcast where we discuss music, movies, pop culture, and everything in between. I'm Johnnie.
And I'm Ralph.
Welcome to episode number 253.
253, Jesus Christ, man. I'm Ralphie Gibbs this week.
Ralphie Gibbs.
Man, real simple, man.
Listen. New listeners, please follow us on all social media.
Yep.
Facebook, just search Oversaturated, the podcast. Twitter is Oversat Podcast. Instagram is Oversat the Podcast. And our email is oversatpodcast@gmail.com. And please be sure to check out our website, oversatthepod.com. Anything you need to know about OS is there.
Yes, sir. If you want to follow us individually, I'm the mind of Ralph across your social media platforms.
On Twitter, I'm JON 2 the letter B. On Instagram, I'm JBS_ESL_AAMU. Also, special shout out to WDJYFM 99.1 in Atlanta.
ATL, hope.
Shout out to OS Gang down there in Georgia. Ralph,
Yes,
my guy.
Yes.
How are you feeling today?
I am feeling great, brother. I am well rested.
Yeah.
I am excited for the week.
Okay.
Just, it's achievement week for most members of Omega Psi Phi fraternity. So if you're involved, so you know what is going on. Like, we got stuff to do this week, bros. You know what I'm saying? It's a week until our Founders Day, which is next Sunday. So just a week full of work and some fun, but mostly work. I just have to highlight that.
That's what's up.
I mean, if you see me out in the streets, I'll be out.
Man, look.
But if anybody knows me for real, I am about the work. So, it's all about connecting. It's all about neighborhoods. It's all about community for me. So we be outside.
That's what's up, man. I love it, man. I love it. Round of applause. Yeah. I'm also well rested. It rained all weekend. So guess where I was at?
In the house?
Inside. I passed up on a lot of things, a lot of parties. There was we talked about the Lupe concert.
Yeah.
I just wasn't feeling it.
Yeah.
The rain, and I feel like we haven't had rain in months. Like
it's
in a while.
It's weird, and it's hot as hell today.
Right? See,
it's hot as hell. Like, it's November.
It's crazy, man.
Listen, man, but no, kind of piggyback into my weekend. Like, I didn't do. It's like I did stuff, but I didn't. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday, I went to a wedding. Friday night, it was just pretty much a reception. They were already married.
Okay. Round of applause for that too.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to this.
It was a lesbian wedding.
Oh,
I know, man.
Oh, they checked all the boxes.
Right, exactly.
They checked all
Trump's
the boxes.
America. I just want to listen. This is always a segue.
Not just yet, president-elect.
Listen,
type shit.
I'm all for people being in love, so I'm not really coming at the aspect of two women getting married. That's neither here nor there, because this is my wife's college friend, and she's the homie. So salute to her. You know what I'm saying? She found love in a hopeless place. No, no, a joke. I just want to quote Rihanna. But she found love, and hey, man, salute to her and her lovely bride. So hey, it is what it is. But I just love the fact that it's such a stark difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, hey, some stuff white people just don't be knowing, right? So when it comes to the reception part of the dance off, like, it was a big thing. They wanted to do a dance off. Now the white side, they did Macarena.
Okay, I mean that sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
That sounds about right.
Now on the black ass side,
come on now, what they play?
Listen, Southside was the first song being played.
Swear
now, that's my shit. That ain't swag surf. Like, swag, I think most white people at this point they know swag surf. Yeah. But Southside,
of course they don't know that. That's a deep cut.
That's a deep black cut. Like that is for us. It's like heat. That's like them playing Heat Wave. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some songs are just so uniquely black.
Bro, that's funny. But facts.
So I was like, do they even know? And then it accompanied the dance. Like, us as a Negro spiritual, so we just get to it.
Of course.
We just get to it. But they like, oh my God, look at them. They're in unison.
I would have loved to see the look on their faces, when that.
And these are the lily white liberal whites. Like they're like, we support you. Like Black lives do matter. But you know what I'm saying? Like
they got the signs on the front of your.
They're that type of white, but it's still like they don't know.
Oh, of course, yeah.
It's just certain. Like I don't expect you to know. Like it's probably a white deep cut I've never heard of, and that's fine.
Girl, I don't know facts.
Like it ain't Cotton Eye Joe. Like I know Cotton Eye Joe. I know some of these words.
Right. Dang, Southside.
But Southside, that's the one. I had to build that story just to paint it for you. I was like, Southside is crazy, and people know. Like, you know it.
Hey man, true definition of if you know, you know.
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Dang, imagine. Wow, Southside being. Wow, no, that's fire.
I know, man.
That's fire. Shout out again. Round of applause.
Round of applause.
Shout out to them. That sounded fire.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, man. But yeah, that's it. I'm chilling, just gearing up for the holiday season. Thanksgiving to be here in like 2 weeks, so just getting prepared for that. And yeah, man, ain't really too much else going on. I got to get back outside like that. I feel like life is boring now. Like
listen,
kicking it.
Listen, man, fourth quarter, I'm
shutting down.
I'm trying my best. we shared. I'm
about to say, I don't think it's gonna happen.
We shared that event. Shout out to the Lemon Pepper Kickback. Shout out to Stacy and Janelle if they are listening.
For sure.
Definitely local movers and shakers in the St. Louis area. But we had them on the show 2-3 years ago, maybe 3 years ago now. No, it was longer than that because I ain't had a lot.
I think this was pre-COVID.
Yeah, it was.
Dang. So we talking. This might have been like we talking 2019, 18, 19. Damn, that's
shout out to y'all though because they still doing it.
And every year it gets bigger.
It gets bigger, or it's a different theme. Like they find ways to reinvent it. So
Unk might be inside though. Man, look, that's crazy. I'm really washed. That's
big wash. I ain't holding you. Yeah. I know. Let it settle in.
Hey, look, I'm here, baby. I'm here. Different priorities, I guess.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. Anyway, we get into it.
Yeah, off the dome.
Off the dome.
Hey, man. Coming off the heels of a president election, everybody knows, President-elect Donald Trump, 47th president, has been elected. This is the second time that a celebrity has been elected to the White House.
Yeah.
And I believe we probably answered this question sometime before, but I just want to bring it back. Who do you think that's a celebrity that can literally win the presidency of the United States? And it has to be someone alive.
Okay.
Don't use Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson been king of the world.
That's funny.
He would have united the nations.
Man, what? Talk about a real united world type.
Heal the world, make it a better place.
That's a good question. As you were building up your question, the first person that came to my brain was the former governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
No, God.
I had to say it slow. But because he was so, and I don't know if he ran as a Democrat or Republican. I have no idea.
I think he was
Republican. Okay. But him being able to get elected I'm not a California resident, so I don't know none of his platforms. I don't know none of that. But
to be the governor of the biggest state, well, arguably between that and Texas, I'm not really sure who's larger, but still,
yeah. And I think he has the charisma. I think he definitely has a star power. I think he has everything that will be needed in today's world to become the president, because we already see Donald Trump has done it twice.
And I can't even use the age thing because Donald Trump is old. Because Schwarzenegger is, I think he's 70 something.
Yeah, and I think Donald Trump might be older than him.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, that's why I can't use the age argument against that. No, I mean, I can go for the layup and say the Dwayne Rock Johnson, but I won't. You know what I'm saying? I think that's kind of understood. If he wanted to dip his toe into politics, he could. But I'm gonna use this guy. It's such a far-fetched idea.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say Tom Hanks. I think Tom Hanks, if he wanted to be a president, he could, because Tom Hanks is beloved. We ain't talking about his kids. We talking about him.
Yeah, we ain't talking about Chet.
We ain't talking about Chet. Like, I think Tom Hanks has played enough lovable characters.
But, well, okay, I was going to say, but you may have to take the kids into consideration, but I guess that's not true
because they grown now. It's kind of like, hey, man, listen, Trump kids is goofs.
I was going to say because most presidents' kids were kids when they got elected.
But Trump is a different Biden or different because they were like they got grandkids at this point. If they, but I know Biden does. I'm not sure about Trump, but still, right? I think Tom Hanks is beloved by blacks and whites and everybody in between.
I mean, it's true.
Well, black votes don't matter. Clearly, we'll get to that in a minute. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if Tom Hanks came out here with a formidable platform, Forrest Gump would get the votes.
Now, question: would he be a Democrat or Republican?
Republican. They proven to they just that's where all the actors been. They got Reagan and Trump in. So Tom Hanks can run. He probably in his 60s. He arguably one of the goats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Of this actor shit because Tom Hanks really don't miss, man.
No, it's facts. No, I mean
that's something we'll have to discuss at a later point. But Tom Hanks really don't miss.
Damn, you right. Definitely not who I thought you would have said. I think it makes sense.
It's fun to pick the black people, but I just listen. I want to pick somebody that probably makes more sense, like to the whites. Like I think Tom Hanks. I think they love him. Would he?
I mean, yeah.
Or was it Buzz?
No, Tom Hanks was Woody.
Okay. Woody.
What's my man? Tim the Two-Man Table.
Okay.
He was Buzz.
Okay, Tim Allen. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Look, I said it's full.
It's
full TV
Taylor.
government. It's full TV show government. That's funny.
Say, hey man, you running on that, baby.
Hey, that's damn. No, that. Imagine the Disney government, like, I guess, connection that would come out of that. A Tom Hanks presidency. That's crazy. Woody, never mind.
Tom Hanks president.
I had to pause that. that was gonna be crazy. Anyway, so from off the dome.
Yes, sir.
Actually, it's funny because I actually have a
similar question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay.
So again, coming off the President-elect Trump's win over the election, I want to take it to the MCU.
Okay.
What MCU character do you think would have supported Trump?
Don't answer because I don't want your. Who would have supported Trump as an MCU character?
Yeah.
John Walker, Valentina.
No, John Walker for sure. I feel like Valentina, she would have teetered the line of Republican and Independent. I feel like she would just
hey, listen, I can
go rogue.
Lois gay.
Say it.
Falcon.
What? Oh no. Word? You think so for real? You think Sam Wilson would have supported Trump?
He's a Republican, man. He's a former military guy, man.
That don't. I think Rhodey would have supported him over Sam.
Okay, now you got a point. See, okay.
That dang.
But Rhodey's Squirrel though.
Shit, the Squirrel would have supported Trump too.
No, the Squirrel wouldn't have supported Trump because that's deportation. Illegal alien.
And the literal says, "Oh, that's funny."
The bars.
That's crazy. Nah, Squirrels definitely would have not favored deportation. That's crazy. Me, I think Star-Lord. Star-Lord is not even. He's of Earth, but he ain't been on Earth in 40 whatever years. But for the sheer fact that Trump was a president, that Trump was a celebrity, I think he would have supported him. You remember how obsessed with Kevin Bacon he was?
I was about to say, think about it like this: like Star-Lord is our age, right? So imagine he got abducted when Fresh Prince was on TV. And then you seen like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because Trump was in Fresh Prince, or, Trump was in the Attitude Era. So you'd have been like, oh.
He was in Home Alone.
Oh, shit. I'm a vote
for president?
Yeah. He could definitely be president.
The other person, now that he is actually in the MCU, Wilson Fisk.
Oh, yeah.
Wilson Fisk would absolutely support Trump.
Oh, yeah.
Support.
Grew up politician.
Absolutely.
You're my boss.
Man, what?
My boss is love Republican.
That's right. Dang. I can't believe you said Sam Wilson. That's crazy. No other black people. Riri Williams. You think she? I know from Chicago. She knows.
Hell no.
Well, listen.
Her name is Riri. That lets you know everything.
One of the only true blue states in Illinois. Of course, you're not gonna support Trump.
Yeah, it's hard for me to say like anybody from like New York, like because New York is always blue. So like, isn't Tony Stark from New York?
I believe so.
Well, I know Cap from Brooklyn.
Right.
So even New Jersey was blue.
I do think pre-Avengers Tony Stark would support Trump.
Oh yeah.
Post-Avengers, I don't think he would have supported him.
Yeah. He had to go through his art first.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's crazy.
I like that question, man. No, that was off the dome, people, man. If you can think of a literal celebrity that you think could run for the presidency, let us know who, and I guess whatever you think they can do.
Yep. And then what Marvel character, what MCU character do you think would have supported Donald Trump in his presidential run? Let us know.
OS gang, what's happening, family and kinfolk?
What's cracking?
We got a few topics here on the OS News docket for episode 253. Let's start at the tippity top. Sad news. Legend, icon, producer, arranger, philanthropist, all around OG, just hands in so many pots, producer. I can't think of any more superlatives. He's your favorite. He's made your favorite great. Rest in peace to Quincy Jones at the age of 93. I don't know if the cause of death has been announced, but Johnny, what do you have to say about the 28-time Grammy winner passing on?
Man, Quincy Jones. First of all, literally, he lived one of the most fulfilled lives I feel like any person on earth could ever live. Like he had, again, like Ralph said, he had his hand in so many different forms of entertainment. Like just in general is crazy. So many different lives lived in his 90 plus years of living. Definitely rest in peace to to Quincy Jones. Man, it's so interesting. I feel like every year, maybe beginning around the end of September, so many people just pass away. And I think in the last few years, Quincy Jones was like, doing different interviews and like just letting the chopper sing. And I feel like a part of him felt like the end was near for him. So why not start getting some of this stuff off? Maybe I don't know. I'm just saying, speculating. But to have lived the type of life that he lived, like I couldn't even imagine being a part of some of the greatest entertainment moments in history. It's such an amazing feat from one individual. Like it's crazy. Like I can't speak to how much positivity he's brought to the entertainment industry, man. It's insane.
It's insane to sit here and think about, because we talked about Clarence Avant when that documentary came out on Netflix. Black Godfather. He was like more of an unsung hero. Nobody really knew him. Like you had to be in the industry to know who he was. But Quincy was outside. You knew who Quincy Jones was. And the fact that he's connected and made other legends just as great, right? And most notably Michael Jackson, but it's like Ray Charles, it's like Frank Sinatra, it's Will Smith, like it's those types, right? So it's like God damn, like
we always talk about like a hip hop family tree, how this person offsprings this person. Like Quincy Jones tree, oh no, different.
And wow, like first of all, condolences to his family, his daughters, his I presume grandchildren, great grand at this point, if he has any. Just the lives that he's touched with his art, his music, his composing. 28 Grammy Award winners, and he ain't hummed a fucking note.
I mean,
like,
what?
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying? Shout out to that Quincy, man.
My man, the best advice giver, like in history.
It was a story, and obviously, more of these things have been coming out. But the drummer from the Off the Wall sessions was talking about how Quincy just inspired him. He's like, "Hey, I need you to do something legendary." He's like, "Right now," like. So the intro to "Rock with You" is that drum beat, right? He said, "I need you to do something that people are gonna remember this by, like remember this song by." Nigga, what? And he was like, "Okay." Because the song is the song. That's how Quincy plays. He's like, the song is the song. But you don't think about things like that, the nuance of building a song. And that's what Quincy was such a visionary on. So it's just like oh my God. It's just like we can sit here and talk about him all day, but it's just like I'm just so happy that somebody like that was in this world that can provide so much entertainment and joy with
For
not
sure.
with not win any scandal. Like
Right.
shit. Woo! We ain't gotta go through. Man, he did this. He did
We ain't
this.
gotta go through no
that.
FBI raids. We ain't gotta go
Man.
through no court subpoena. We ain't gotta go through none of that.
Man, what?
And then just I think it came out a couple days ago. He left like his children $500 million.
Look, I don't even. I want to know what the Quincy Jones estate is worth.
I know.
What does that look like?
Something stupid.
I hope the key. I hope his daughters. I know he has a son too, but I just hope that they are all pulling together. I hope dad's not pulling them apart. Daddy did this with your mama, and
yeah.
Because I know how nasty things can get at weddings and funerals.
For sure.
So, yeah, man. Just I don't know, man. Rest in peace to a legend, man. A true icon, man.
What in every sense of the word. Real quick, favorite Quincy Jones, anything he had his hand in.
So much, man. But I'm gonna just go with something that's kind of like not really. I mean, it's known, but I don't think people really talk about it enough. The Austin Powers theme song, because he scored films. And that was something Quincy said, you know what? I think I want to score films. And I'm gonna go to Hollywood and what I'm saying, do that.
And went crazy.
And then one thing that I didn't know, like I knew that Quincy had his hand in it because at the beginning of Austin Powers 2, they showed Quincy directing a orchestra playing the music.
Got you.
And Mike Myers or Austin Powers kissed him on the cheek, said, yo, Quincy, baby. Like, what I'm saying? I was like, oh, okay. So nice. Quincy did that, but the thing is that song was from like the actual from the 60s. Actually, when Austin Powers was like the time frame of Austin Powers.
Oh, got you.
So that's why it sounds like that.
That's hard.
So they went back and got that. So Quincy's just getting old money introduced into some new shit. It's like, what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I did this back in the 60s.
Let me pull this from the archives real quick.
All right.
See,
but stuff like
that's legendary.
Stuff like that.
That's crazy. That's insane. That's fine. That's a nice little tidbit.
Yeah.
For me, Secret Garden.
Okay.
Top 5 song to me of all time. Just easy. He ain't even, again, he don't have to say nothing. He can direct other people to bring greatness.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, that's insane.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to Quincy Jones.
Shout out to Quincy, but we still losing recipes, man. Rest in peace to actor Tony Todd, best known for his role as the infamous Candyman. Johnny, man, he died at the age of 70.
Listen, man, I think like most of us, I had a traumatic experience from Candyman.
Yeah.
So listen, rest in peace to someone that is a part of my childhood.
Yeah.
We've all, I think most of us have snuck and watched the movie or watched the movie with our cousins or whatever. Like it's just insane that we continue to lose these individuals that have been so impactful in our lives, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace to a real one, man. Like it's like his acting career may have, obviously spanned outside of Candyman, but that's the role.
Yeah.
There will never be another. They tried. Shout out to Yaha.
Right.
But when they announced it, we was like, oh no.
I don't know about that.
We know Jordan Peele. We respect Jordan Peele and what he's done with the horror genre, trying to bring that back.
But it's a classic.
That's a classic, my brother.
Man.
Even I think Tony Todd was even in Final Destination, the first one. Didn't he play like the mortician or something? Because he was
You're right.
I remember. Pepper Schwarm remembers. But listen, Tony Todd just had such a powerful demeanor. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I think that Candyman role just really hit it out the park. You know what I'm saying? Some people just, maybe that's another conversation for another day, but it's just like some people is just hard to replace in certain franchises. And that's what we're experiencing now with Blade.
Yeah.
We've seen that with maybe like they keep talking about doing a Spawn reboot, like Michael J. Wright ain't. Yeah, there'll never be another one.
Absolutely.
Like it's hard. It's tough.
For sure. And I think a lot of this is kind of a tangent, but a lot of the reboots and remakes, or some of the reboots and remakes, have been better as TV versus film. So I don't know if maybe pivot or not. I don't know, but that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, we'll see. But definitely rest in peace to Tony Todd, man, and Quincy Jones, man.
Word.
Let's try this out, man. The 2024 presidential election has come to a completion. Donald Trump will be our 47th president. Hey man, President-elect Trump, man. Johnny, I don't know what you got for it, bro.
I don't know. Am I tripping or I feel like the last 4 or 5 presidential elections. So that's what 16 to 20 years.
Let's just go back to President 2000. Let's just go back to 2000 because that's where it started becoming infamous.
Right. Okay. Right. I feel like each of those elections took at least 2 days to like confirm. Like this was done the night of. It wasn't no big fanfare. It wasn't no controversy. Like it wasn't nothing.
People, okay, it's so many things you can go with this, right? I don't know if it's Russian bots. I don't know.
Like
but the Electoral College map says
man,
that Kamala got washed. Like not even close. And that's not me like, championing defeat because hey, at the end of the day, I still gotta live my black ass life.
Look,
so
we here, baby.
And listen, I've always said on this platform, I'm a government employee. So listen, the picture of the president and the vice president is in the building that I go to work at. So I can't really be, pro blah 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 blah. Listen, I ain't losing my good job.
Look, absolutely not.
I ain't losing these benefits, baby.
It ain't worth it.
And listen, I ain't never said what agency I work for. That let you know.
Talk about it.
But I don't know, man. The promise of America just seems so. It's not what it says on paper, and I hate it. I hate that I have to kind of agree with the withholding vote niggas. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of gotten to that point. You know what I'm saying? Because like you can look at someone that does use identity politics, but what is their plan? What are you saying? What are you actually saying?
Right.
And we've been dealing with that since 2008. Kamala can lean into her blackness for identity, but what does the policy actually look like for people that look like me and you? Or are we just lumped into the POC, or we just lumped into the general population, which is kind of unfair because you hear so many other talking points. Right. And I just gotten to the point where it seems like America doesn't love on black people out loud.
Oh, of course not.
Yeah, it's like, but I see it now, and I guess that's part of the thing that's a little disheartening.
True, and I think at least the black community. I think the black community is at a point now where I think it finally hit home, right?
Yeah.
Where we've always known the country doesn't care about us. We know that.
Yeah.
But for some odd reason, it feels like this was the straw that broke the camel's back, right? Yeah. With Trump getting elected again, it seems like a lot of Trump supporters want to troll the people that were pro Kamala, things like that. But they're not receiving that back, and now they're upset that they're not receiving it back because it looks like to the black community, it's like, look, this is what y'all wanted. Don't come looking to us for any type of support going forward because
y'all got it.
The times that we did support, we had y'all back, but now y'all don't have our back now because this man is in office again.
What do I say? I do not want to put my Martin Luther King hush puppies on for these niggas, and niggas is not racial specific.
It's not.
I just like throwing the N word out. Johnny is a better man than me because he's eliminated me, these niggas, because y'all showed us and y'all continually show us
continuously.
So you know what? Maybe I'll just stay in my black ass circle, my black ass hole. I do what I do. Listen. I think the problem is just like we know what it looks like for black people when shit gets worse.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So if it's worse for y'all, you know what the fuck's happening for us. The worst thing we just wanted is y'all to stop beating our ass or killing us with the cops. That's the only thing we wanted.
Something so simple.
Simple, right?
So simple.
But it's just so much that goes into it. Like, yeah, we do have to pay attention to local and state elections because it was certain things on my ballot. I'm an Illinois resident, so I live in a blue state technically. But everything runs through Chicago, which is the crooked city, respectfully, right? So if everything runs out of Cook County, it affects the rest of the state. So it's a lot of Cook County shit on my ballot.
Got you.
I don't live in Cook County.
Right.
The fuck this got to do with me.
Right.
But they worded certain ways. I'm like, hey man, I joke about not being able to read. I joke, but I was like, hey, this is the terms and conditions. I need to read. I need to reread this question.
Some of the political jargon is not meant to be understood.
I read that. Listen, bro, I read Proposition A. I'm just saying.
I got you.
I read that joint about 3 times. I'm like, what are you asking me?
No, that's facts. That's facts. because I'm a Missouri resident, and in Missouri, the ban on abortion was one of the things to vote for, and the way that it read, you actually had to say yes for women to get their rights back. Like you couldn't put no. So again, like you said, I read this shit about 3 times too, and it is not short either. It's long.
It was like paragraph. What's the main argument of this? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was like the standardized test. Like, the fuck is this? The fuck is going on?
Man, yeah. Political jargon is crazy.
It's crazy, but
it's crazy. Like, what lawyer wrote this?
I don't know, but hey, man, I'm not completely giving up, but it's just like now I'm at a point where I just pay attention a little bit more. It was kind of like I kind of shut down certain things, especially during the Trump era. Oh my God, like I did not pay attention to these niggas, but now I feel like I have to, because now I'm creeping into an age where I'm a full grown ass man. Like I'm a grown ass man, been a grown ass man for a long time. But it's just like the things that these niggas do play with my future. Yeah. So it's kind of like I really have to see what's going on.
And that's the thing. Like, again, the state and local elections are the most important elections. That's to anybody who lives anywhere in the United States. Yeah. So let's not forget that. But with the presidency, like Ralph said, as we do get older in age, like things like Social Security and like other things like that, other topics like that really do start to affect us, because at some point, sooner than later, we'll be able to start drawing on it. But if it ain't available no more, if they get rid of it and send that shit to Ukraine or wherever, what are we gonna do? So we got to make sure that we're actually paying attention to these presidential candidates to see what their policy and stance is on things.
Let me ask you this. Like, now you seen how overwhelmingly the map was read. Yeah. Do you think that the Democrats just misjudged what this was? Do you think that was like a fault on Kamala, a fault on the party, or just a changing of the guard of the people?
So the Democratic Party as a whole, I think it's their fault, and maybe partially Joe Biden. Okay. If Joe Biden knew sooner that he wasn't going to run again, the Democratic Party could have been prepping somebody else to take, to run, basically. Yeah. I don't necessarily think Kamala would have been the best choice had they had time to prepare somebody else.
Well, because she's a reflection of the last administration. Yeah. That's why it's tough to now. It's like you kind of have to see it now, right? You know what I'm saying? It wasn't the best reflection of the party if she's was a part of the last administration, because we kind of get into these spaces where we forget what people's roles are and how things work, how the democratic process works, how the House works, how the Senate works, what the vice president roles is. But it doesn't matter. You was in there with him, and look at the conditions that we're in. Yeah.
But on the flip side, with the short amount of time that was left for a new nominee, she was the only logical choice.
Oh no, I'm not knocking it. And then it's just the fact of, like, she garnered so much support, especially from us. Like, listen, don't blame the black people for this. I don't want to hear, black men didn't vote black. No, the number support.
Number support.
Number support. I'm talking about overwhelmingly.
And this is the other thing. We expected it from white people. We expected that. It's all the other race of people.
POCs. Remember how they tried to lump us in? Yes. POCs? That shit is dead.
And that's the other part I was speaking to earlier. Like, it ain't just white people. It's the other POCs now that, hey, don't come to us looking for support now.
Y'all got it.
Because this is what y'all wanted. So, like, black people done for 362 years in this country, we just gonna sit back and watch, because we've done nothing but endure. But we always persevere. But it's y'all turn to go ahead and endure, because this is what y'all voted for. Which is crazy. But and black people, I told Ralph this off mic a very long time ago. I take too much pride in saying I told you so. I do. That's me. Now the black community as a whole, we gonna do the same thing.
Let us turn into political pundits.
I know, right?
Because Johnny go get his issue. I watch. Something go happen. It's gonna be on the docket,
and I'm
gonna let Johnny chopper fly. Johnny gonna let the chopper fly,
and I can't wait. I'm telling you now. So there's that.
Man, speaking of international relations and politics and things like that, man, Drake, Aubrey.
Segway King. Y'all are witnessing mastery at work. It's crazy.
Drake has a beef still. It is not. It went from Kendrick Lamar, then anybody that low key supported him. Now it's extended to the NBA, to a player, Demar Derozan, formerly of the Toronto Raptors, arguably one of their greatest players in franchise history. Neither here nor there. There was a bit of a tiff. I wouldn't even say a tiff. I don't even know how to describe it. But at a recent Toronto Raptors game, there were stares exchanged. So, Johnny, what do you have to say about Drake having issue with DeMar DeRozan?
Bro, listen.
I left out some points of the story.
Listen to what this story is.
Okay.
Drake is at a game mean mugging the opposing team's player.
Well, that's what you do as a fan.
Nah, this Drake though.
Okay.
Yes. No, you're right. That is what people do.
Yeah, exactly.
But Drake ain't doing it because of that. This ain't because of sports.
Well, now obviously I left out a whole part of the story. I just didn't want to take too much of the
talk. Yeah, I got you. I got you. But
like we know that DeMar DeRozan showed support at the pop out event with Kendrick Lamar. He was mentioned in Not Like Us, and he was in the video. So seemingly DeMar DeRozan has chosen the side which a lot of those NBA players have done. You know what I'm saying? Like you haven't seen Drake and LeBron kick it so much anymore, right? Because he was at the pop out. So I think Drake's beef is legitimate, if that makes sense, right? Because I thought we was cool, but you over here with them. Like, if I got a problem with dude, you know what I'm saying? I'm
even if that's the case, because you're not wrong in that.
Yeah.
Drake is still
a dweeb.
Thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. I didn't
want a dweeb for purchasing the courtside seats just to mean mug him the entire game. No, that's dweeb behavior, and that's exactly why he was in the damn video.
Well, okay.
That's it.
Let's paint the picture. Okay. Okay. He didn't buy the seats per se. He is the ambassador of the team.
Okay.
So he has a role.
Say less.
And Drake was on the broadcast as well.
I did not, but okay. But it makes sense.
He was on the broadcast, and DeMar DeRozan has an opportunity. I'm not saying he's going to get a statue, but he can possibly get his number retired because, how Vince Carter is obviously the greatest Raptor of all time.
Oh yeah,
because when you think of the Raptor franchise, you think of him. Then you can start thinking about, okay, Kawhi Leonard, he won a ring here, but DeMar DeRozan was the one that kept the ship afloat, and that trade was what led to the championship. But DeMar DeRozan's time in Toronto can't be unmatched.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It just didn't yield a championship.
Sure.
So okay, cool. So it's a possibility in 10 years we'll be looking at a retirement ceremony of his number.
Yeah.
So Drake was like, well, if his number gets retired, I'll climb up there and tear it down myself. That's hate.
Dweeb.
That's hate.
It is. No, it's
a lot of people.
The epitome of hate.
Well, hey, there's a lot of people that feel that way about LeBron leaving Miami. Like LeBron's number ain't gonna be up there one day. Come on, man, stop the cap. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but okay,
stop the cap. Stop
time
the cap.
out. Let's take a step back. So the whole LeBron leaving Miami, cool. I get that because
he left on his own volition.
Yes. Is Drake's statements because DeMar DeRozan left, or is it because DeMar DeRozan seemingly is not Drake's friend anymore?
It's not his friend anymore, and then DeMar DeRozan got traded, so it wasn't. He got traded.
So the reasoning for Drake saying that is what keeps him in dweeb status, and that's my beef.
No, I got you. Listen,
that's the issue.
I'm just trying to see both sides of it, but you acting like you tough when you're not. Hey, listen. I might give you a couple points on Kendrick if y'all got into a little squabble, a little kerfuffle. But what I'm not gonna do, Drake is not the rapper that I feel like, like imagine if this happened in the 90s, like a rapper and an NBA player getting into it. You like, ooh, this is prime time. Like somebody might die. Like you know what I'm saying?
No facts.
But I don't believe this here. And then DeMar DeRozan he is from Compton. Like I'm not saying like okay. Some people just tell you where you're from, and I'm not saying like you should be scared of niggas just because they say, "Oh, I'm from Compton," but no, he's from Compton. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna push the issue. If you say you from O Block, you know what? You got it, brother. Listen, if you say you from Third Ward in New Orleans, you got it.
If Drake was not Drake, what I mean by that, if he didn't have all the money and all the things that come with being the type of entertainer he has been for the last 15 years.
Yeah.
There's no way that he talks to DeMar DeRozan this way.
No, not at all.
It's no way, which is what keeps him in dweeb status.
Yeah, listen,
I
agree. I'm just trying to paint the picture, but it's kind of like, yeah, you mean mugging him, you saying, calling him pussy and stuff underneath your breath. Say that to that man's face, like say it out loud, and then we can squabble. Listen, we got the same amount of money. We can go squabble on the thing, get it over with.
Man, what?
So it ain't gonna be no suing to me. Like, nah, don't talk that yang and then not be ready to back it up. But I just feel like DeMar DeRozan will beat the shit out of Drake.
Easy.
Listen, like maybe give him some points over Kendrick because of the height. But listen, no.
Shit, I would listen. All that height shit don't really, to me, really don't matter either. From somebody,
Drake.
Come from.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Drake is not tough, and that's the thing. Like, and I'm not saying Drake ain't not a man. You know what I'm saying? It's two different things. Like,
right.
It's one thing you just being a man, defending yourself, or standing up for yourself, or speaking up for yourself. But when you try to be tough, and that's not you.
When you be extra with it,
yeah,
because all of this is extra.
Yeah, you're not a tough guy.
Like,
and we've seen that. We don't like tough Drake. We like Drake with the melodies.
Come on now. There's a Kendrick lyric for everything. There's a Kendrick lyric for everything, man.
Big facts, man. But since we're on the subject of rap, let's get to this real quick. Freddie Gibbs back outside with another album. You only live once, and that's like one NCE like that.
Oh, you only die once.
Oh, you only die once. Damn, that's crazy. That changed the whole album.
I know, right?
I was trying to make sure that I stuck the landing with the last part of it. Okay. But hey, was it 13 tracks, 37 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Johnnie.
I didn't even know this shit was out. Luckily, this is one of the new albums that popped up on my little new album list.
Okay.
I was like, oh shit, Johnnie
going to the new music. Listen, that's what's up, baby.
I'm trying, bro.
That's what's up.
I'm trying to do better.
Okay.
I told you I'll be going to the new music playlist and everything.
That's what's up. Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
I'm trying. But no, I seen Freddie Gibbs. Anytime I see a new Freddie Gibbs project, I'm gonna add it.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna get to it when I get to it.
Yeah.
But I just so happen to be driving. It's like, oh, I got time.
Yeah.
What can I say about Freddie Gibbs that I haven't already said in the last 5-ish years?
Yeah.
The man be putting out heat.
Yeah.
The man be putting out heat. He can rap his ass off. He's done a few features over the last couple years that I feel like kind of led him to this project because the songs on here are fire.
Yeah.
Songs are fire. The production is great. I'm not sure who produced it, but I love this album.
Yeah,
I love this album.
Same.
This is for like the rapidy rap fans.
Yeah, this is he's on the album run, kind of like what we kind of talked about last week with Tyler, right? Freddie kind of starting it all off, even though he had projects before, but Freddie, Bandana, and Alfredo.
Yep.
That's a nice 3-album run.
It is. And
now we get to a 4th album, which is a good, let's say a good combination, amalgamation of what he's been doing lately as a rapper. I really enjoyed this. I think it's a step above what I've gotten with the previous 3 albums.
Okay.
Because the production. I think this feels like this wasn't one producer. And maybe that's what it is.
I can see that.
I think that's probably what it is, because if it was, they probably got noted in the title or the, like Freddie Gibbs and Alchemist, Freddie Gibbs and whoever, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm thinking, like, because these beats are deeply soulful. There are a lot of samples on here. Freddie's flow is amazing. It's a lot. It's kind of hard for you to pinpoint certain songs. But I mean, obviously, it's a big Tony flip on here.
That's the one.
That's the cheat code. That is a cheat
bro.
code. But the way it's flipped and the way Freddie's flow is on that song, immaculate, man.
That's the one.
And I am just a fan. He got a lot of slick bars on his album.
It's true.
A lot of slick stuff, man.
It's true.
Shout out to Freddie, man.
It's crazy that. I feel like we've gotten some pretty good albums in Q4 of this year.
Yeah.
Where the rest of the year might have been a little light, which is kind of dominated by Kendrick, even though Kendrick ain't put out an album.
Yeah.
But this is a great late entry to 2024.
Yeah. Like, we got a few of them, right? Because we'll discuss the Grammys on another episode. But as you can see, none of these albums are on the Grammy list.
Right.
And the albums that we've been talking about the past 2 to 3, let's say the past month and a half.
Yeah.
None of them on here.
Yep. Because they may have been it's too late to be to submit. So we'll see Tyler for sure. Shit, we might.
No, ain't no might.
Ain't no might.
No,
we gonna
because he's been previously nominated before. Because I think Alfredo or Bandana was.
That's crazy. Because this album fire.
No, this album fire.
That Babyface flip though. That's the one. Correct. Like listening to it made me want to say bring back rappers rapping over R&B flips. Like bring that back because that's hard. Yeah, that was hard.
Yeah. Now this, hey man, Wolverine Brick Fees, Rabbit Island. It's your anniversary. Listen, if you probably got rid of this interlude, because I was just enjoying the album, I didn't need a break.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, from the songs.
Right, especially with it being so short, right?
Yeah.
You don't need an interlude. So
yeah, this and no features.
Damn, you're right. It didn't even click that there were no features.
No features.
Nah, man. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs,
Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man.
What's up with you, man? Why
you know, you the 11th best artist out of Gary, Indiana. You gotta make sure all the Jackson kids.
I'm about to say that's just because the Jacksons.
Yeah, all the Jackson. Listen, you can't put them above Tito, man. Respectfully, man. Rest in peace.
Also with the somewhat of scandals that he's been in the last couple years with Benny, the mother of his children, things like that.
Yeah.
It's great to see that hasn't deterred him from making good music.
Yeah,
great music.
Because he was about to start getting to like gang territory. Yeah, where I had a sidebar. I had a debate with a good friend of mine about Game, and he just couldn't hear it because Game is such a goof. It's like it doesn't matter anything he did after Doctor's Advocate. And that's 2005. I'm like, God damn.
One day we got to have a discussion on like the top 5 people who music career were hurt by the internet.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Game and Wale are definitely part of that.
Game, Wale, 5. Fab, Freddie. That's 4 right there.
Golly,
because Fab is one of them too. Yeah, if Fab, it helped Fab, and then it hurt him too. Because it was a point. I think I was listening to somebody, and they were talking about how we went to this, like, I think it was a Juvenile interview. It was just like the internet messed it up because the music was your introduction to the artist. You didn't know anything else.
Yep.
So when you know everything else about the artist, it's hard for you to buy in.
Right.
Some of the guys that we enjoy, guys, gals, whoever, right? They probably pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. That's facts. But then they get to talking and you actually see.
Or you start doing too much, or you get caught in scandals, or you can't keep your hoes in check. Hey, man.
We know too much about
Kick me out the group chat. I just want the music.
That's it.
I know, man.
That's crazy.
But no, man. I mean, I know you say you had a limited time to kind of sit with the album, but if you could rank it, or you just want to kind of leave it up to.
I mean, after one listen, I probably give it like a 3.5, 4, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I'm at a 4. Like, because I've been. This is no slight to any of the albums that we reviewed, but this is more in my wheelhouse of replay value. Yeah, that's why I can kind of give it a 4 easily, right?
I feel that,
and it's a short listen. That's why it's kind of like there's no fat on the bones. It's nothing to.
I got you.
It's nothing to take away. There's no features on here. It's just him and rap. Like, it's just him.
Speaking of, I did also listen to Big X the Plug's album.
What we think?
And you were right. Straight playthrough.
Listen.
Straight playthrough.
Listen.
My other question about that.
How
the hell is he clearing all these samples?
That's net. Hey,
like, but is it like I'm talking about notable samples?
Ride Wave like that too.
See, I
like listen to Ride Wave stuff. He's sample heavy because like Ride Wave sings, but it ain't like he can sing like that. So the beat gotta be it. Half the songs I like by Ride Wave is simple.
Big X the Plug got a Law and Order flip, a Law and Order intro flip. I said, what the fire. But I'm like, how?
Listen,
like, I ain't mad at it, but like
because he goes straight in rap and he get
out of there. I'm talking about a verse and a half, maybe a hook, and I'm out. He rapping one breath. That's crazy. That's fucking crack.
He be like,
man, look. For 2 minutes, he go and then the song change. Like, it's crazy. All right. Shout out to Big S the Plug.
Shout out to Big S the Plug. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs, man. Check out that album. Check out both of those albums.
Word.
Blur, Tommy Blur, Save Me, Johnny. We got a few, man. We got a few here. 2 trailers came out back to back. Let's start with the one of the movie that's coming out first. Captain America, Brave New World. More footage has come out. Johnny, you know how we feel about trailers. We love trailers. What you think about that? Coming February 14th, 2025?
Yeah.
So
whoever is the person that edits the trailers for Marvel, they need a raise.
Big raise.
Like, they need a raise now. They need a Christmas bonus. They need another raise after the new year because they going crazy.
Yeah,
they going crazy. We got more footage. We got more footage of Isaiah Bradley, who was introduced in Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yep.
I think I'm liking the role that it looks like he plays in this movie. Like, he's kind of the new Winter Soldier. Like, he's the one being controlled, kind of like how Zemo controlled
Bucky.
Yeah. Bucky, yeah. It seems like it's that happening again. I think we were introduced to the main antagonist, even though they're still left a mystery.
Yeah.
Somebody that's Zemo-esque, that's calling the shots behind everything. We see the exact moment that Thaddeus Ross turns into the Red Hulk. Like, it's so much. It's so much in this trailer, man. And this trailer actually kind of makes me a little bit more excited for the film. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. They actually made Sam Wilson look more like a badass this time.
Word.
This time, because it was just like he just seemed so regular. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it's so much going on around him where he doesn't feel like he's the star of his film.
True. Okay. No,
you know, like how can he defeat Sergeant Serpent, whatever Giancarlo,
right.
You know, how you gonna defeat him? He got a chopper,
let alone
a Hulk, a Hulk that's actually smashing shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? He actually with the shits, like he with it.
It's true.
It's
true.
like,
but
how does he win? Vibranium wings ain't gonna get this.
Or shield.
Nothing.
Dang.
It can be regular Cap. I'm like, ooh, like
it's gonna be tough.
Regular Cap got a chance.
So does that make you think that there's going to be some type of cameo in this film?
Absolutely, it's too much going on for like for Sam and the new Falcon, because they did show the new Falcon, his new sidekick being there.
Got to, because who is going to be the Red Hulk? Who?
The Red Hulk will beat himself, because that's how this it's gonna be a thing where you just calm down. You know what? I'm the president.
I'm the problem.
I'm the problem. I'm the president. You know what I'm saying? I should do better. That's the only way this
Which is crazy, because isn't he the one that like helped ratify the Sokovia Accords?
Thaddeus Ross, I believe so.
Yeah, because he's the one that presented it to the Avengers in Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
So now that he's is he now under? Will he now be under?
The Sokovia Accords got ratified, I think, either before Falcon and Winter Soldier, or
like they got rid of it.
Like, yeah, it's either then or right before a Secret Invasion. It was somewhere in there. Like, because remember, that was like a big thing. They just did it off screen.
Yes, you're right.
I just don't know. It was like going into a live action show.
I feel like it might have been
Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Damn, that's crazy. But no, listen, thoroughly excited. We saw the Red Hulk throw a car at Sam Wilson and he cut it with his wings. Like, that was fire. I feel like this movie is going to be very action packed, but it also brings back the espionage spy type of feel.
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm
before we move
excited.
on, I've been hearing that this movie hasn't been testing well, but the trailer looks good.
So I heard that too.
Yeah.
And I have a hard time wanting to accept that.
Yeah.
Because you have to know the type of audience you're looking at. Like, this is a Captain America film, but it's a black man led film. Yeah. So we all know, and I'm not talking about Black Panther. We all know what it could be like, especially with Marvel fans when it comes to that type of thing, right? You saw what they did to the Marvels. The Marvels was a really good movie, but it was a good time. You saw what they did to that.
Yeah.
So I really don't want to put this in the atmosphere, but I'm almost thinking something similar might happen with this movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of crazy, but I don't really want to have to pay attention to critic score, all that kind of like.
This kind of restores the feeling of like, dang, I do want to see this. Like, it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think this ain't a Joker 2 situation. Right. Like, I don't.
That's
think
facts. Look,
nothing's gonna deter me from wanting to see this.
Exactly.
So I think,
and it come out on Valentine's Day, so it's like it's crazy.
It's cool. It's lit. But let's talk about this, man. Another MCU entry. Another entry century.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
But this is coming out in May, man. Thunderbolts, new Thunderbolts trailer, more footage. Johnny, what you got to say about this one, man?
I think Thunderbolts comes out after.
It comes out in May.
Oh, so it come out before Fantastic Four. They might be 2 for 2 next year. They might be 2. Listen, we get 2 grounded movies back to back in the same year. And they both, from the trailers at least, they both look like they're going to be really good films. That more, I don't want to say it, but Marvel might be back. Too soon. You ain't gonna say that. You ain't gonna say that.
Gonna hold you. The Thunderbolts trailer was the one that intrigued me the most.
Oh, word?
Yeah, and I was against it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm starting to listen, man. I changed my tune, baby. I don't mind tap dancing, baby. If it's good, if you cooking, if you cooking,
I'm gonna get a plate.
I'm gonna
get a plate.
So, nah, man, it really looked good with all those B-list characters. Not even B-list.
Yeah.
Y'all.
Listen. The most famous one is Bucky, and he like
he not even
that part of a team. He not part of that team for real. He just there. Like,
he just right. They don't even know where Bucky at half the time.
Right.
But you got John Walker, you got Red Guardian, you got his fake daughter Bella Badova. I can't pronounce her name. You got Ghost.
Who else? Damn, it'd be definitely missing somebody. Hold on. Maybe that is everybody.
I think that is everybody.
Damn, that's crazy.
But no, they cooking. And this Century guy looks like he gonna be cooking too. Like he look like he. Now, I gotta keep the same energy. I don't know how they beating this.
I was about to say, if Sam Wilson can't beat Red Hulk, how the hell this band of misfits going? How they gonna beat the Sentry? Sentry is Superman level.
Yeah, and the smooth thing about it is that I think it's the little Easter eggs they put in the trailer, like. Valentina pretty much says that it costs a pretty penny to get this building.
She bought Avenger Tower.
Pretty much. That's crazy. That's a flex.
That's crazy. So, hey man, they cooking with the trailers.
Yeah.
Now we got
2025 is a stack year.
Man, what for real? Because we got quite a few trailers for let's say Falcon and Winter Soldier, Captain America, because that comes out in like 3 months.
Yeah.
We got 2 trailers for Thunderbolts, which comes out in May. So this tells me that maybe during the Super Bowl we get a Fantastic Four trailer because that comes out in July.
Let me ask you this: now, do you think they were a little premature with putting out the Thunderbolt stuff, or do you think they just had Marvel needed a win?
I feel
Let's put this footage out. That's what it feels like.
I feel like they're riding the momentum of I keep wanting to say Falcon and Winter Soldier. They're riding the momentum of Captain America.
Okay.
Because again, these are 2 ground level films back to back. They come out within 3-4 months of each other.
Yeah.
Let's get the momentum going for both.
Okay. And maybe I'm just thinking Marvel will lean into its arrogance. I'm like, why did y'all just wait till the Super Bowl? The movie don't come out to fucking May. You know what I'm saying? Why do I need a trailer?
Because you reserve
that
the Super Bowl for the big Joker, the Fantastic Four reboot that people are waiting for.
It's kind of like how they did with Deadpool, because I don't think Deadpool got any release in footage before the Super Bowl, right?
I think you're right.
Okay. So if your cash cow is okay. All right.
And
I'm following you.
You got it's the Super Bowl. So the most people in the country or the world are going to be looking at the Super Bowl. So this is where you debut it.
Okay, fair.
So yeah.
Okay.
It's crazy.
I know it's crazy, man. But now we excited for that. But man, let's talk about this Penguin. Oh yeah. Penguin. Episode 7, man. They
hold on. Let me go back and look, because I actually watched this on time last week.
Okay.
So
what you
I usually watch it later in the week, so I gotta make sure I remember what happened this episode.
What's the name of this episode, man?
See, that's why I gotta look. Let me go to Max real quick. Now what I do remember is that they still cooking.
Oh no, they ain't. But listen,
as I look for the title of this episode, this is the first time in this whole series that I asked myself, where the hell is Batman? I said, oh no. I said, oh no. It's way too much happening, bro.
Listen,
it's way too much happening,
no,
bro.
Man, fuck out of here in second year shit.
You need to be here right now.
Man, we need Detective Gordon. We need something. Is he Patrolman Gordon yet? He's not even Detective.
Listen, he might be doing traffic right now.
Academy.
He's not,
not the academy.
He's not on the force yet.
Yeah, damn. Help, please.
Somebody do something. because what?
This is out of pocket. This shit is out of pocket, bro.
The title of this episode is called Top Hat.
Okay. This shows the dissension into, I think, full-blown Penguin that we're going to get to know moving forward.
Absolutely.
Right? And it showed that he's been a fucked up individual for a long time. Like God. That, this backstory and how they're weaving it in and out of present time.
Different.
My God, man.
This is the crazy part about Penguin's backstory. I feel like we've gotten so many Easter eggs of how he treats his mom throughout the entire season. But this episode really shows us how he even got to that point.
Yeah.
So them being able to give us little bits and pieces throughout the season, but then actually give us the meat and potatoes of their relationship in episodes, was it 7? Yeah. Episode 7. And then the person that the Penguin holds dear to his heart, the person that he's literally hid from the world because he knows if somebody finds out that, you know, his mom is alive and all that, that they will, you know, kidnap her for, you know, all that type of stuff, which is what Sophia did. Like, it's fire, bro. It's fire.
The acting, the execution, the writing of this show has been very, very good. I don't think it may have been like one moment where I was like, this kind of predictable. And we'll get to that in a minute. But just let's focus on the mama.
Yeah.
The acting and how they set up that whole thing, the casting of the kids, like even little Oswald.
Yeah.
Like the go back into to see the old Gotham and see that his mom was like a bookie or accountant or something like for the mob or something like that, right?
Yeah, yep.
Something to that extent. And you know, the fact that he always talked about how his brother's, you know, death shaped him. It did, because he killed
man. What?
Like, and it wasn't the most like violent type of death, right?
Right.
But HBO, whoever shot that, I don't know who directed the episode.
Yeah,
that was peak. Like, oh, we're just gonna show the kid. Like, we just go show them. Like, we didn't see them physically drown, but the fact that Oswald always takes it personal when someone teases him, or makes him feel less than, it snaps something within him. So for him to lock his brothers in that storage vault, that drain, he left them there, and he kind of figured like, you know, they'll get out. But then again, when he realized it just kept raining, he was like, well, shit, I got my mom to myself.
That's it.
And it was just like, it was something so sinister in that.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, it was just like, I could save them, but I ain't
gonna say nothing.
And then he let his mom believe whatever, and I believe that's what drove her crazy.
Yep.
You see it.
Yeah.
And how she weaves in and out of being crazy. Like she snapped on Sophia, and then she went back to the moment where she realized her kids were. I'm like, that acting is peak.
It's different, man. It's different, man. It's different. And to again with the relationship between Penguin and his mom, right?
Yeah.
So she's dealing with the fact that her sons are dead, right? Of course. It, like any mother would, she's grieving, right?
Yeah.
Oswald is being the good son, and you know, making sure she's good, making sure she's fed. He's taking care of things around the house to the point where she's like, okay, that's enough. I need to get up. I need to make sure I'm better. My son is going to come with me. We're going to go dancing, which was weird in itself because why is this kid in this fucking grown up club and they send her slow dancing? That was kind of off.
Yeah.
But that's where her mom made Oswald promise her that he'll always take care of her, which is how we get in the predicament that we are now in the Penguin.
Yeah, it's just their relationship always seemed kind of weird, and it did seem like more of a like incest.
Yeah,
I didn't know where that was going. I was just like, ugh. But I mean,
different.
You're as a growing boy, your first love is your mom, but you work through that. I ain't killing nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
That's
but
different.
I mean, but he had to fight for the affection of his mom because he had an affliction. Like he wasn't normal like his brothers. He wasn't strong like his bigger brother. He's a middle kid too, so you got to think about the middle child complex.
Right.
That's OD. Like, you know what I'm saying? But oh my god, like what was I going to say? It was something where the standoff where the mother he called Sophia to bring his mom down to the lair.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Hold on, a lot happened in this episode. We got to go back. I'm sorry.
What's up?
Sal Maroney rolling up in the Bliss lair. Or did that happen in this episode? Did he kill Maroney this episode? Or was that last episode?
Damn, I don't remember. I think that was this. See, I don't remember.
So much happened.
I know.
So much happened.
I think that was this episode, but even if it was, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So Maroney ended up in the lair, right, where they're growing the drug. They get into a tussle. They get into a fight. Maroney, goofy ass, and had a heart attack and died. He had a heart attack and died. Now, Penguin, being the opportunist that he is, of course he's going to take credit for killing them. Of course he is. So that's how he got Maroney's phone to call Sophia to be like,
that's what happened. Yeah. That's what happened. So yeah, they went down there and Penguin's his goons, his squad stood tough.
Yeah.
They stood tough. I mean, Maroney he died from a heart attack, and Penguin like berating him, like, you taking this from me, like the opportunity to, which is true because like I imagine in situations like that, even though they're thieves or they're men of the underworld, still a code there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we go do this to the death, let me be the reason why you ain't here no more.
Right.
Not because your faulty heart, but hey. But I think he was just so overrun by adrenaline, the heart went. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I mean, in that moment, you got to think from Maroney's standpoint. It's like, this is the man that killed my
family.
Yeah, killed my family. So I got the opportunity to whoop his ass and make him pay for it and take back the empire. Like, just too much going on for him at that point, and just died of a heart attack.
Yeah,
and he probably had that much physical activity in a while anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Now this is the first time I ever watched the episode, and I felt like, okay, this is predictable, right?
Mm-hmm.
When the SUV is coming down the driveway,
okay,
to Penguin's lair, right?
Yeah,
and it was like, who's in this backseat? What's covered up? I was like, he didn't kill he ain't killed the mom, because that don't make sense. Like Sophia killing the mom, that just didn't make
right,
sense.
That
I was just like, that's probably a bomb.
See, okay,
I ain't gonna lie, I definitely read that one.
I didn't catch that.
I did. I was just like, she's probably gonna blow up. She's gonna blow this shit up. But how he got out of there? Come on now.
I mean, listen.
It's like 7 seconds. He's like, just down the manhole.
When he first saw the bomb, when he opened the door, why didn't he? It's a bomb. Like, why didn't he scream it out to the henchman?
But the thing is, it's just like he let. It's so funny. The guy drove down there, and as soon as he
dipped.
That's what made me feel like it was a bomb.
And my goofy, I'm like, the fuck is he doing? Like, who is that? What is he doing?
That's what gave it away.
I'm my gullible boy. I'm just here.
Right. They like, what's up?
Right. Look, I'm with them. Shit, what's happening?
And then he's like, then he went down that same manhole. He killed his brothers at.
That's right.
Yeah, it's not a climb and fly today, huh?
Facts. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It didn't.
But when that bitch exploded, I said, "Oh no, where's the bat? Where is he? What is happening?" Because
exactly
the whole Crown Heights or Crown Point? Crown Heights.
Let's just say Crown Heights.
Crown Heights. The whole shit is up in flames now.
Again. Like, listen.
Like, nigga already got flooded.
It got flooded.
and now we dropping bombs.
You know what's saying? It's symbolism. The Bible. It first died by water, then by fire.
Talk about it.
I don't know. But that just sounded good. But and then for the crackhead cop to beat up Penguin. Well, he didn't beat him up. He just caught him slipping. He's like, "Oh, I'm here for Sophia." That's crazy. Like, you walking out of this shit like a outside the rubble. Like, where you come from?
Right. Like, see.
So now we're gonna get to the end. Now we get into episode 8, which is gonna be the season finale. We're not gonna say series finale. I hope that they come back with something.
I hope, man. Look,
we gonna talk about this probably in the next episode. But do you think Sophia dies?
No.
Do you think it's okay?
No, because somehow she's going to end up in the Batman too. Okay. Like somehow, I feel like it's going to. She's becoming too great of a character not to. Too great of a character not to.
Y'all already fucked up when y'all killed Cottonmouth in the middle of Luke Cage. You can't be killing these good characters, man.
You can't do it.
You can't be killing these good ass
characters.
You
can't do it. Listen, Batman's gonna have to break up the fight between. I figured it out. In the Batman 2, the first subplot of the film is him breaking up the fight between Sophia and Penguin. And then he has to move on to whoever the big villain is of the movie. I just figured it out.
We'll see.
That's crazy.
Well, hey, man, we'll be here to discuss episode 8 the series finale of Penguin in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. We'll be here to discuss. Y'all love us, man. Hey, clearly,
yeah, man,
we have reached the end of our docket. Johnny, what you got for him, bro?
If you're on YouTube, we appreciate you for rocking with us this long.
Yes,
hit that comment section. Let us know about any of the topics that we discussed today.
Yep.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. Excuse me, and we'll catch y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Now, if you're on audio, you know what time it is.
Oh, it's song of the week.
You are now listening to Oversaturated, the podcast hosted by Johnnie and Ralph. Now let's get it.